All right, enough of that. I messed that one up. So hey guys, welcome to the show. This is going to be a redo of Band of Brothers. So this is going to see Easy Company, 2nd Battalion, 506 of the 101st, and it's going to be 9 missions from June 44 to April 45. And the first one that we're going to deal with is mission number 1, Follow Me, which is going to be solitaire mission number 5, Take the Highway. So the premise is you have 3 map boards. There will be a continuous road network across all 3, and basically the friendly forces have to clear that road as much as possible in order for them to get as much VP as possible. So let's start with that first. I crossed out this composition because when Hans Mielens wrote this campaign up, 2nd edition wasn't out yet, Solitaire. Hey, Dave. And so this company Orbat's incorrect. We're going to have 3 leaders. We're going to have 9 747s, and we're going to have a bunch of 127s and 337s as well. And we're going to have 3 mediums, no heavies in the order battle. Now, I also crossed on Meehan because of 3 leaders. We're only going to use the 3 that actually lived through the drop. Lieutenant Meehan was fortunately KIA with most of the headquarters, and so we won't be using him at all. All right, so let's look at the map we want to do. Now, again, we have 3 map boards. So if we look at the map table, that would be this one here. We got to roll on here 3 times just to see which ones we get. And we're going to be using the farmland table with a -1 according to the Hans's document. All right, so let's get 3 rolls. 1, 2, 3. That's really awesome. So we have 11, an 8, and a 3. Now 3 is 6 tango. 8's going to be 35 or the village board 70. So we got to do alternate roll-offs. And then 11 is going to be a village board as well. Let's make 12. Let's invert these numbers here. So we're going to use the village board for the most northern map to depict the fact that it's going to be the units landing in the south and they're going to work their way up to towards the north. So we're going to invert that. So we're going to need roll-offs. So again, in order. 1, 2, 3. And then finally we need orientation. 1, 2, 3. All right, so if we look at our pick new boards for this scenario, we're going to need first one was 12, so that's on 11, and that's going to be the one down here at the bottom. Our second roll was a 5, which gives us board 56. And on a 1, 2, or 3, it's going to be orientated to the north. So for now, we're going to flip this board here. All right, our next board was an 8, which gives us 35 or village 70, and that is a 3. So we're using board 35. Oh. No. Oh, hell no. We're not using that board. That's a little better. 44. And again, that one's going to be orientated to the south. And lastly, we have number 3 with a 3. 3 on the 3 is going to be board 6. Board 6. Wow. No. Let's re-roll that board. All right, so we're going to re-roll that the one board up here. So it's going to be a 7. 7 will get us 1 of 3. Number 6 will be board X. Orientation is to the south. So board X instead. One of the starter kit boards. All right, now, unfortunately, we cannot use this board here because we don't have a, well, we could flip us around. Would that work? Let's flip around the second board. Yeah, all right. So there we go. That's our road network, which is going to consist of the shortest route. So it's going to be a bit of a meandering one. So let's put some arrows in so that we know exactly what we're doing. All right. This is going to be interesting to say the least. We have to count up the number of hexes, and then we're going to divide that by 4 to see what the game length is going to be. Is it? Let me fix my settings. Maybe it's that might be on your end, Shane. See if you can change the video settings on your. See if I can fix it on mine too. Yeah, you should be able to change the quality to 1080p. Yeah, try change it on your end, Shane, in the YouTube settings. You should be able to switch to high definition. All right, so let's count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 26, 27, 28, 29, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, which we then round or divide by 4 and round up. So we're going to have a total of 11 possible turns. The game could go on longer than that. I remember with Solitaire, you always have variable game length. You don't know what it is. So next up, let's roll some parameters for the mission. Oh, really, eh? Kindle? Oh, a limitation on the tablet, maybe? Interesting, didn't know that. So let's look at the mission itself. Now, we do have parameters here. And so let's do an enemy sand die roll. And a friendly one. Then we're going to do enemy AC, which is already a 2, and then we do REs. So this is going to be enemy and then friendly. All right, so what that means is that the board's all mixed up. Man. All right, it's going to be moist in September. Game's going to last possibly 11 turns, maybe longer. NVR of 5. ELR for the Germans is going to be a 2. and the Americans will be a 5. We don't know what this is going to be yet, and we have Arties. All right, so the first number up is the enemy Sam. We rolled a 5. 5 gets us a 5 sniper. Now, again, because of the night rules that are in effect, we're going to be actually increase that by 2. So they have a SAN of 7, which is really going to suck. The friendly SAN, on the other hand, is going to be 2, which is doubled up to 4. Again, plus 2 at nighttime. Then we have random events. We have a 3 and a 4. So we have 4-5 for the enemy and 4-5 for the friendly. All right, so you guys are going to be increased. Seven. Ugh. I guess the maximum is 6. So we're going to have a 6 sniper activation for the Germans, which is, it's going to suck. All right, so this is a 6. This is a 4, ELR 2, and we have a 5 because we're elite airborne. And now we can place counters. So normally you would have a north arrow pointed to the right like this. However, because of, again, the mission special rules, we're going to rotate this to the south. So north will be at the bottom, south will be at the top of the map. Now we're going to have to put suspect counters down on a radius of this. If you look at your SASL chart under random numbers, 6F is what we're looking. So it's going to be a radius of 1 hex. So this might be an easy one. Easier than the last attempt that we tried. All right, conceal terrain within 1 hex of the intersection. And I can see already this is not going to be nearly enough. To make it interesting. No, there's no overlapping. It's always just 1. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 suspects. All right, I don't like that. So we're going to increase this to 2 hexes. 2 hexes of every intersection. I like to penalize myself sometimes. It just makes it a little bit more difficult because even though we're going to come in dispersed, we want to give the enemy some advantages to compensate for the fact that it doesn't have many advantages. All right, a little bit better. Okay. And I believe that is it for the mission parameters. So let's look at the mission again for those of you guys that haven't seen it yet or may have missed the last video. So we're doing mission 5, which again is take the highway. And we have our board layout. So we have 41 hexes of road. And essentially the way it works is VP is gained by the enemy for casualty earned, as well as 1 VP for each enemy suspect or unbroken squad that has line of sight basically to the road. Is within a certain distance and or has line of sight to the road. Now, you got to be within 4 hexes. If it's a unit farther away for whatever reason and it has something like a support weapon, then it might be able to actually interdict on the road, and that would mean you don't control it. And the only VP the friendly side gets is every hex is worth half of a victory point. And then we have a -1 to the color die roll on A11, which is your activation table on what you actually get. So we're going to have a +1. And an enemy random event can occur even if nothing's been activated. Normally you have to wait for at least 1 activation before you do that. All right, so that's the mission. We have the VPO in. Let's get her done, as they say. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Okay, so let's put the American sniper here. Yeah, that's a good spot, I guess. Actually, we'll put it right here. That way it's guaranteed to get something, even though these are not eligible targets. So I assume they will be at some point. The German sniper we can put anywhere on the board. So let's pick a center hex. And we'll put it there. All right. That's the board. That's the snipers. Now we have to put our wings down. All right. Again, as per the last video, because of the MSR, they will be coming in randomly. We don't know where they're going to land. Normally you pick a direction and a hex, and then you work off of that. However, for each one of these, we're going to be random. So the first one is going to be for board. So X, middle board, bottom board. So it's going to be the bottom board. And we need a letter number combination. So again, I use the A to GG extension, which gives us, in this case, O. So we place wing A on the bottom board in hex O. Wow. We start off at 05, and then from there it's going to deviate. Wow. Okay, that one's going to be interesting. Next one up. Top, middle, bottom board. So again, we're in the bottom. We picked M this time, so wing B will be an M5. I don't know if this is good or bad, because it's going to be a lot of morale checks, depending. Oh, I forgot to change the terrain too. Charlie. We're going to have 1, 2, 3. So again, we're on the bottom. And this time it's going to be D5. D5. And then lastly, 1, 2, 3, we're going to be one unit. It's going to land over here. So this is wing Delta. Where does it land? In K5. K5. All right, now one terrain change I forgot to mention is that all grain and brush is going to be treated as flooded terrain. So it's going to be fordable. It just means it's like a shallow stream, which means that they're going to take a morale check if they land inside it, failure of which will see them deploy into their half squad formations. All right, now we got to change that. So go back to here. Hopefully it doesn't change everything over here again, which it probably will. And we go to train SSR. We want to set transformations. All grain is going to be -1. All brush is going to be level -1 as well. All right, looks like everything's the same, except it messed up my board over here again. Okay, irritating. So we had 4 5s for the RE. We had 2 and 5 for the ELR. We have 4 and 6 for snipers, and then we had NVR of 5, which is ridiculous. No wind, and we are into American turn 1. All right, so we have our wings set. Now we have to find out their final destination. So for each one, we're just going to do a random location. It's going to go 5 for 1, and we use a sniper counter. So it's going to land here, which, again, is not the greatest. All right, so that is wing Delta. So we'll start putting the chutes down. You put the center and then one on each end. This one's going to be including a weapon canister. Now, again, per the rules, Americans can jump in with their mortars, but everything else must be dismantled if possible. All right, that is first wing Delta. That's going to be interesting. They're all landing on the trees. All right, our three bigger wings are all going to be in the village itself. So let's do the wing Alpha first. We're going to go 2 for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to use the same orientation for the drop. We probably should have come the other way. I guess it doesn't matter. All right, so we need you guys to jump down here. Wing Alpha goes in the center. Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and Echo. All right, now Bravo. We're going to go 1 for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it'd be the same formation. Yeah, good or bad, I really don't know yet. And then lastly, we have 3 for 3. So this half of this wing is going to be landing off board, which again is not the greatest. All right. Yeah, so you're in the center. We have L, M, N, and O. All right, that is our wings. So let's go to the move. And we'll get rid of the planners. So this is quite an interesting layout so far. Now we still have to deviate each chute, so each chute can be anywhere within a color die roll random location away from these locations. This is going to be really interesting, and with a 5 NVR, it might be it might be untenable. So let's start deviating our chutes. So we'll start with this guy here. He goes 5 for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next up, we have 1 for 1. Weapon chute. 1 for 2. Main chute is 5 for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have weapon chute here. Goes 4 for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, middle of nowhere. And then the main chute goes 4 for 2. Well, I guess we're going the right direction. All right, let's start with this guy here. So the weapon chute goes 4 for 2. Main chute is 6 for 2. You are going 5 for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ouch. Landing right in the building. Weapon chute here. 4 for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Deuce for deuce. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. That's going to be really interesting. Weapon chute. We're going to go 5 for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess the Germans will get that one. Main chute. 3 for 1. The alpha here is going to be going 4 for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, you 3 for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Charlie 2 for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What a dispersed landing this is. 4 for 1. 2 for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you guys here. Weapon canister is 6 for 6. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Landing on the crossroads. Nice. Then we have 1 for 3. 3 for 4. All right. This is going to hurt. You 3 for 3. Next up, we have 3 for 6. Can we seriously? And then the last one, we have 3 for 2. How can all 4 of them go 3? And this one? One, two, three, four. Yes, okay, all right, so everything is all set. Wow. Now we have to do landings. Now, before we do landings, let's look at the solitaire again, or the rules, to see what it says about that. So that is the drift. Now there's no breeze, so we don't have to worry about that. When it comes to landing, right, so now we do activations. Again, we have NVR of 5, which means anything within 2 hexes will activate an enemy. Each hex is considered 2, so it looks like we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 weapon shoots landing right beside the Germans. Very nice. You would not... Yeah, you would see because of the... no, you wouldn't because of the orchard. Would give you a blind hex. So I don't think you're going to activate, but you two will. And for the same reason, I think you guys would not activate either, because this would create blind hexes. So it's not horrible. All right, let's do some activations. So anybody within 2 hexes of a shoot can be activated. So we'll start with you. 2 is, so as we said, their activation check is going to be a 2. And to the only modifiers we add would be stone, level above ground, and or oh, for that matter, I missed a couple. We actually have first levels here. And in this location here. All right, so again, activation doesn't change anything down here. So we'll start with this guy. He's activated. We go this up 1 is a 10, and a 10 is going to get us 2 squads and a leader. Squad. We have a 5. Now we do have modifiers to our rolls on G2. Actually, all of the German tables are going to get a +1. So that's actually going to be a 9, 6, and a 9. Wait, sorry, a 9. Yeah, 9 is 6 and a 9 for leader. So 9 and 6. We have a 467 and a 447. And then our leader is going to be a 7-0. And we'll put him on a no move before we forget. Since it's only shoots, they'll stay concealed as well. They're not going to fire. You here. Be a 4. Now we are we're only in wood, so our modifiers are not going to be enough to cause activation. We need +1 for being on a village, -1 for being already there. So this guy's going to be a dummy. And this hex right here will be activated as well. This up 1 is an 8. 8's going to be a squad. Actually, it'll be a half squad. It will be a German half squad. And we have a +1 to that as an 8. So it's going to be a 247. And again, he'll stay concealed. Wondering what the hell is this drifting down right beside him. In this location, we're going to have 3 activations. So let's start with the top here. Now we're wood, which is no modifier. We're above ground, which is -1. And we are in a village, which is +1. And then we have a friendly unit within 2. That's going to be another -1. So 3 or less will be activated. All right, so he's a dummy. This guy here needs a 2 or less. And a 2 or less. All right, so he's activated. This up 1 is an 8. Again, it's going to be a half squad. Half squad is going to be a 9, which is a 447 half squad. So he'll be a second line 237. And we'll conceal him as well. Now, this guy you could fire on the weapon shoots, I suppose, but I just don't see it. All right. All right, so the only fire that's going to happen is this guy here. Now, he will have a -2 hazardous movement. However, we will have a +1 for night, which means it'll be a 2-1 shot onto this location here. 7 on the 2, that is a Axis sniper, so we don't have to worry about that. And that's no effect. You've first fired, shot your load. Orchard would be a blind hex for these two, so yeah, you guys would not be activated. However, you guys could see that shoot. So I should probably activate you guys as well, and you two. I think that would make sense. Let's put no moves on everybody for now. Although that would come off because they've actually engaged. All right, so let's do activation for this guy here. Now a 4 in stone will be -1, +1 for the village, -1 for having a unit within 2, so that's going to be a dummy. Next guy below him, 6 is always a dummy. And first level will be at a -1 for stone, 2 for level, 3 for adjacent unit, +1 village. So basically a 5 or 6, and he will be nothing. This up 1 is an 11. And 11 gets us a squad and a half squad. So 1, 2, so we have a 6 and a 7. Now, because we've generated non-SS, a 6 would normally be... actually, no, never mind. So we're going to have a 4, 6, 7 and a 4, 6, 7. Yes, yes. So we have a 2 for 7 half squad, and we have a 4, 6, 7. And we'll start them off concealed. Now the ground guy is going to need a -1, -2, +1. So a 3 or less will be activated. And that is a 5. 5 gets a squad leader and support weapon. All right, up 1 is going to be a 4, 6, 7. We said 4, what did we say? 5. Leader and support weapon. All right, so leader is a 6. 6 is going to get us a 8-1. And a support weapon is a 9. A 9 will be a medium. Oof, that's going to hurt. Right, and you'll be concealed at start as well. Now, you cannot see this guy yet, but once he lands, you'll be able to see him. And then you can blast him with your shot. All right, so that's the one attack. Next up, we do the actual landing itself. Now, everyone, barring the weapon canisters, gets to pick 1 hex. So let's come over here. That way we can land on top of the chute. You guys are going to come over here, move on closer. Yeah. Now this one's you're gonna have to come down into your location. That's clear. All right, so that's fine. You're fine. Let's land you back here so you're not on the road. You're clear. You guys are in wetlands, so we want to get out of that. Oh, you're screwed. Let's land up here. Now you guys will all come back 1. Weapon canister will have to fall where it lands. All right, that's it for the landing. Now we got to do some rolls for anybody that landed in rough terrain. All right, so weapon chutes are going to be flipped over to denote the fact that we don't know what they are yet. And therefore you as a friendly would not be able to necessarily target specific ones, which kind of makes sense. That should be it. Yeah. All right. Now we do any injuries. All right now, the only one that's in trouble is this guy here. He has to do a check. Everyone else is clear of an obstacle, so you have to do a NMC using the morale 7, which you passed, okay? No, that's the NMC that it requires. Everything else needs to take a task check to see if they land or if they're separated. So you here take a task check using a 7, which you fail. All right, so that is Papa. Papa is a squad. So we're gonna break you into 2. And we will break you into 2. You here. You pass. You fail. So that is R. R is a half squad. So you guys are fine. All right, so because it's a crew, they just come on automatically. So that's fine. We can get rid of that shoot. And then we'll do you here. Oh, wait, that should be a weapon canister. So that sits off in R until such point as they recover R. All right, next up is you. All right, you pass. You fail, so that is I. I is a crew, so you guys come on board. Your bazooka stays off because it has to be scrounged. And the 126 will come on. All right, that's you. What about you? Fail. That is G. G is a squad. And then we have weapons. Don't care about that. You are fine. You are fine. You are not fine. Delta is a weapon crew. All right, and then we do you. You're fine. You're not echo. Mortar, so you jumped with your mortars, so that's fine. You'll come into there. Then we do Charlie. Foxtrot. Juliet in November is a fail. And then we do our units off board. All right, so we have O is broken. O is crew and a mortar. Next guy beside him is also a fail. That is Kilo. And Lima is a fail as well. Kilo and Lima. All right, so you guys are broken into 2 half squads. Me, Handel, or Welsh will stay with 1. And Lima, you're broken as well into 2 half squads. I guess deployed is the word. All right, and then we do you and you. And then we have Mike. Mike fails as well. Mike is half squad with a medium. Right, so shoots are on the ground. And now you actually have to take... Where's that guy that I was... Oh, that was just you. You took the morale check, so you're fine. Now we can do normal final fire in the defensive fire phase. With NVR of 5, it's going to be very easy for them to pick up. Nothing here. This location, we could fire you. You would be activated because this is only a +1, +2, and you're 2 hexes away. So let's do an activation. A 4, -1, -2 with a +1 is a net -1 would miss, so that's a dummy. You can't see because of the house. You could final fire, however. It'll be a 2 +1. 5 or a 6 on the 2 is a PTC, so that is Bravo. Bravo is pinned in this location. Assuming they take a pinning task check, which they pass. All right, so that's fine. Now, that's it for defensive first fire from the Germans. Now we can start bringing out the troops. And we'll start putting them down. So Quebec is you. Papa is you. And you. Sierra, we have you. Weapons are fine. Down here we have Gulf. Apologies for the mundanity of it, but this is what it's going to be like for the start. Weapons are fine. Alpha is Winters. Hotel is going to be the half squad. And Charlie. And Foxtrot. Then we have Juliet, who is, again, going to be a crew with a mortar. And then we have all our units off board, K and L half. So you guys land there. And you guys will land here. All right, all the chutes are down. The only thing left to put on is the weapons. All right, now they cannot advancing fire. Don't have to worry about normal routing and the rest of it, so we can just do the that was the advance, moving their chutes, and we're into the German turn 1. Now remember, these units off board can enter, move 1 hex per turn, so they will be able to pick up this unit or that weapon canister right there. Now weapons that land in buildings. Yeah, it looks like the weapon canisters will be fine. All right, so let's start with, we never did a wind change for the Americans, by the way. And we do have civilian interrogation effect. We didn't have any units on board at the start, so that wouldn't count. So this is now going to be the German turn. Wind change. We have a 6, which is not a random event. Remember, we're 4-5. And last thing we want is another flanking force coming and kicking our ass. All right. We have no rallies to worry about. Get rid of the final fire. And let's turn on night. All right, so with an NVR of 5, who can see what? You're with the leader. You're with the leader. So you're the highest rated leader right now on the German side, which means you can give your guys freedom of movement. You have no target that you can see. So let's take that off for now. We'll do an action die roll. See what happens. All right, so first line units will panic, which means you're not doing anything. But at least you're off your no move. Now, you guys could attempt to recover this chute in the rally phase. Let's do that. All right, so it's a 4. Well, now we have a +1 because it's night for recovery, and we flip that over to H. And H is a dismantled American medium. All right, now you have to get that off them. We can go right into prep fire. And this unit here needs an action die roll. It does not panic, so he's going to fire 4 firepower, +1 for night. All right, so that's going to be a miss. Now, none of you guys can see, so you're not going to be able to get any kind of freedom of action. If you saw something, you might be able to fire a pen flare, but again, it's not in this case. So I don't think that's going to be able to... Oh, this guy here, he could have picked this up. What is that? That is Romeo, which is a dismantled medium. Very nice. Did I miss anything else? No, it looks like we're all good. So in terms of movement, again, there's not going to be any. let's go to defensive fire. And do I want to shoot? This would give me a 12 firepower attack with a +1. But it would be non-combat or close combat, which then means you can start firing pen flares and such. So maybe I want to keep, or for that matter, I should be, I should have rolled for concealment on my guys. I didn't do that. That's fine. Yeah, let's fire. We'll do a 12 up 1 attack. So that'll be first fire from him. It does cower, so it's going to be 7 on the 8, which will be a 1 check. And that's enough to break. All right, now let's go to advancing fire. Again, nothing to be shot, and route phase. You'll just fall back 1 hex into the stone. Now we'll go advanced phase. Again, you're panicked, so nothing much can happen there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, everything's too far away right now. This would be a +1, so you would have actually activated when they landed. So let me do that. All right, that's a 1. This up 1 is a 5, so that's a squad leader support weapon. Squad is a 4, 6, 8. Oof. All right, so we have 4, 6, 8. This with a +1, -1 is a 7, so it's an 8, 0. And a support weapon will be a 7, which is an LMG. All right. They're going to fire. That would be a total of 6 firepower, +1 for Orchard, 1 for Knight. 9 on the 6 is going to be a miss. All right, so let's get rid of the prep again. Let's advance into this stone location. Yeah, let's do that. Close combat, none, and then we do the American turn 2. Now, there's no friendly board edge, so if we ever get a random event, we have to ignore it unless it's paratroopers, until we roll 2 dice less the current turn number. So it's going to get, it's going to be interesting. All right, wind change die roll. We have a 6 and a 1. Now, a 6 on the color die with Knight always means NVR change. And because we rolled a 1 on the white die, it's actually going to be decreased by 1. So we're down to 4 NVR. And no other consequences, no random event, and nothing like that. We have no weapons to pick up yet. We want to start moving. All right, let's go to prep fire. And we're going to go right to move because I'm not going to bother shooting right now when I have assault fire capability. We'll start up here at the top. So you need to be in command, which you don't, so this might be an issue. The other half squad is fine. So you are not adjacent to a road or building or trail, so it means you're going to have to do a straying die roll. Now, if it's been a 6, then it's possible that they would have strayed, but he did not. I'm going to use you to start busting this. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 using CX. You are panicked. You are fine. You're on a road, so you don't have to roll. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 for the hedge, 5, 6. And this guy here will panic. So it looks like it's 1 on, 1 off, which is not great. You here, panic. Other half squad is fine. Now you're next to building, so you need to take a string die roll. Where do I want to move you? I could assault move into here. Keeps me out of line of sight, so I can't get shot. You are panicked. You are panicked. No, wait, you're crew. Crews have a good morning. Hey, Scott. Thanks for stopping by. What do I want to do with you? I need to get this canister. So you're going to come here for 3. Bypass 1, you'll come to this location for 4. You'll be able to, oh, I forgot to rally that guy. DM always stays on until you roll less than your morale. Now I need to fire this guy here. So let's do an action die roll. We roll a 7. He doesn't panic. So it's going to be able to fire a 6 plus 3 minus 1. So 6 up 2. 8 on the 6 is a pinning task check. And you are pinned. And a first fire for you. Let's do this guy right here. All right, he's fine. So you're going to assault move into N5. You're going to final fire. It'll be on the 6 up 3. 9 on the 6 will be a miss. It is the Axis sniper. And then you need to make a 9-1. A 10 or less. All right, so you're good. Let's go into this location. We'll try to pick up the canister, which we do, and that is Delta. Delta is a bazooka. Now, they cannot fire the bazooka because of the rules for solitaire. It has to be a crew. So one of these 126s will have to come by and take that off, and otherwise I have to use capture to use penalties. All right, so that was 2, and then we're going to come in 1 more for a total of 5. Now that's going to be a +2, which means you're going to be activated unless I roll a 5. All right, you're fine. So let's assault move into this location. What about you? You're panicked. You are panicked. No, wait, the 9-1 would have passed, so he's in command. And anybody within 2 would be as well. So you're in command. So let's go 1, 2 for the terrain, 3, and 4 to pick up the gun, which you can't. What about you guys? You have to roll a string die roll. All right, so I don't have a 6 colored, so I don't have to worry about that. And you guys can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4. Spend a 5th one to pick up. And you get November. November is a bazooka again. So I must hand this off to a crew. Otherwise, I will not be able to use it without captured use penalties. This guy here. He's fine. Crews get a -1. You'll have to do straying as well, which you don't. So that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. You. String die roll. What a waste. 1, 2, 3, 4 using the road. Let's go 5, 6 CX. This A1 here. All right. That's unexpected. Lieutenant Welsh, you failed in your duty. This guy here, 7, 7, and a 7. So you're going to stay panicked. You guys can then move. You're going to have to do a roll. But you're not straying. You're going to go CX 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 2 7s. 1, 2. So you need a string die roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to CX everybody just so they can get up to the front as quickly as possible. And then you. Oh, wait. I did that wrong. Because these guys are off board, they can only move 1 hex. So you're going to have to move there, and this guy here will panic. This guy, because he was adjacent to the board, he could have entered any move normally. So this guy here is fine, so he can only move 1 hex as well. Let's look at defensive fire options. What do we want to do? And now I could have probably attempted a star shell usage from these guys. Especially him. I wonder if you could see. That would be 6 firepower with a +3 into that location. Let's try the shot action die roll to see if they panic. They don't. All right, so we'll do an LOS there to there. I think this thread is wrong. No. Yeah, we can see it on both sides. All right, so they cannot see. For sniper purposes, we have a 7. So that's fine. You didn't lose your concealment because you were not seen. Now, back to my thing here. Do I pop a pen flare? I can see you. This would be 8 firepower with a +3. Except you panicked, so I guess I won't be doing that. And you're fine. You're going to fire 2 up 3? I don't think so. So that's it for the defensive fire phase. Let's go into advancing. And we are going to fire you, I guess. So this is going to be with assault fire an 8. 8 up 4 because of the knight. 7 on the 8 is a 1 check. So the 8-0 is pinned. The 4-6-8 is broken. And the half squad is gone. I want to advance fire you guys. That would be 4 firepower up 3 into this location. You would have lost your concealment because I did fire, and this guy has eyes on. All right. I don't think a 4 up 3 is going to be good, so I'm not going to bother. Everything here is fine. And let's go to road phase. Now you guys have to low crawl away. Unfortunately, 04 is going to be your closest bet. You're going to have to break because you're pinned. I'll break the leader and we'll retreat 1 hex. Night rules, we don't have to worry about failure to route and elimination by doing that. Now we do advance phase. So you'll come to there. You'll move into that. You're going to come into here. And you'll move into that stone. All right, units off board cannot advance. They just have to wait for their turn. And you're going to come this way. You're going to be the guy that's going to run up and down this road. I have to eliminate this. This is a priority because I need to get a long stretch of road to count. Those are not eligible locations. Those are -1 locations are not eligible for concealment terrain. Oh, well, I mean, I made it easier on myself. But that's going to be it for the route phase and the advance. Now we can do close combat. We only have the one. These units here. We will have ambush. I'll get a -1 and I'll be stealthy, so I need a -2. I'm a 0. And the broken unit will be at a, I believe it's a 1. +1. So they're going to be at a 3. I'm at a 0, which means I will get ambush. Now, if I capture, do I want prisoners or do I want to eliminate them? If I do a capture attempt, it would be a +1. However, there is a -2 for being broken. So it would be a net -2, -1 for the leader, -1 for ambush, +1 for capture. So +3, -3. And I am 8 to 4. So 2 to 1 odds means I need a 7 with a -3 if I attempt to capture. No, we'll try and take him out. So I need a 7, -1 for ambush, -1 leader, and -4 total for being broken. So anything but a 12, and I will get them. All right, so they're gone. All right. Now we'll be into the German turn 2. Wind change, die roll. We have a 5 now. That's going to suck because it is a random event. There is a +1 to the color die, so it's going to be 66, which if you look at our sheet is berserk. So a unit has gone berserk, RE41. Closest eligible to activate enemy unit, LS the friendly unit closest to the enemy board edge goes berserk. Well, we only have a couple to choose from. Let's get rid of the panics first. We have ground floor, upper floor, and we have U2. Now, we don't have a friendly board edge, so we're going to have to roll randomly. So, random 1, 2, 3, 4. So the first one in P7, P6, Jesus. 05 ground and 05. Oh, Jesus, really? Uh, well, it doesn't say multiple units. I have to roll randomly to see which one. So, upper floor, ground floor. So the ground floor is going to go berserk. So you guys here will go berserk for reasons. All right. Do we have any rallies? No, nothing to be picked up. We do have this actually. Now that is Sierra. What's Sierra? We have a bazooka. Again, unfortunately, it's with a squad, so we need to put it with a crew. One of this 126 right here needs to pick that up. All right. Prep fire. So you're not going to move. Do I want to put up a flare? Let's do a usage die roll. So a 4 for the leader is fine. So we can pop a pen flare. We're going to pop it directly overhead. Now, before we do that, I forget. All right, random location die roll, see which way it goes. It goes towards number 2, which is over the weapon canister. Yeah, that's fine. Not a consumer loss. Now I can fire. I think I'm going to fire the 8 firepower onto this unit here. So we're still going to have a +1 for night, and they are in stone, so it's going to be a +4 on the 8. Let's do an 8 up 4, and that's no effect. You guys don't know how to assemble it, so you're not going to be able to use it. I could fire a 2 firepower attack. 2 up 4, but that's just not going to work. Snake Eyes is what I need, and that would be cowering. You guys up here need an action die roll. All right, you don't panic, and that is a fire command. So if I fire a 6 up 4, 7 on the 6 is an NMC. Okay. Wow. Alrighty. So now we'll do a movement phase. And we will start with our Berserk unit. I think you're going to charge this unit here. They're in your line of sight. Well, there's this one as well. Yeah, let's come up to here. We're going to have to shoot this thing down. So let's do an 8 firepower attack. -1, +1. With a -2 for non-assault and moving it open. On the 6. So 6 down 2. 5 on the 6 is a 1 check, so the leader. And the 4, 6, 7. They are fine, so they spent 1. And this will be a total of 4 move. Won't be any ambush because we're broken and they're berserk. And they'll be able to enter. Now I could fire again, which I'm going to do. This will be a 6 -1 for non-assault, -1 leader with a +4 will be a +2 on the 6. That's going to be no effect. Forgot my command die roll. Yeah, this kind of unfortunate, but that's the way it's going to be, I guess. I don't have anything else. And the other unit is going to stay where it is. Did I mess up? I did too, didn't I? These should be second levels. There is a second level, which I must put a counter on. So AC here and here. First one, second one. All right, so they're both going to be active. One's going to be a 7, which is nothing. So this is gone. And that's going to be a 13, which gets us a self-propelled gun. So it's not going to be anything. All right, so all that for nothing. But we did it kind of properly, I guess. Movement phase is done. Defending fire. Not going to bother, not going to bother, not can see, nothing can see, so I'm just going to have to go to advancing fire. All right, you guys will be tripled in half, so that will be 412, and they'll be on the 6 with a +4. No effect on your shooting. And did I mess that up? All right, so comes to the route phase, we only have the German or the American to consider. This guy has to route out of the hex. Now they always low crawl 1 hex, so we're just going to come here. Bring that guy along with you. And that means we won't have any close combat. You guys will not advance, however, because they left, you're still berserk, ready to come into that location. Advance phase. Do we want to move a unit here? Yeah, let's bring this guy over. And you guys are going to come down to the ground floor. Let's get rid of the prep, resid, and def. Try and pick that up. And then we're into the American turn 3. I'm not even on the road yet. And I got to start moving. Star Shell comes off. And any concealment goes on, of which Germans are incapable because I have eyes on everything. All right, so wind change for... Oof. All right, so that is an NVR change, and it is an increase. So now we're at NVR 5. And we also have gusts. Good thing I'm already down on the ground. Direction of the wind is a 2. All right, not using smoke grenades, I guess. Rallies. We have 1 rally here, so I need to roll a 9-10. Down 4 would be a 6. Stays the end because I didn't roll my morale. And I'm adjacent. All right, nothing to pick up, and we'll go right into prep fire phase. Let's do a command die roll for this guy. For Lieutenant Winters. He is in command. Good thing he's a 9-1. Which means we can fire our 12 firepower plus 3. 10 on the 12 is a pending task check. They're berserk, so no joy. I don't think you're going to fire. need to get in close. I should probably send him back to secure road. I remember I have to secure road. That's the only victory points I get. And I'm not anywhere close to that. So let's do movement phase. Start with you. You need a command die roll. You panic. So this may prove difficult. What about you? All right, you're good. So you'll need a string die roll, however, which you do not do because we need a colored die of 6. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, also using CX. You here? CXing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're good as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You were next to. No, you got to take a strain. All right, you're fine too. All right, this comes off. He cannot CX. Can he pick that up? And can he move? Yes. String die roll. He's elite, so we needed a 5 or a 6 to stray. So he's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Using CX. So he CX'd. You would be at a net +1 for knight, -1 for non-assault. Would cancel. So you have to be within 6 hexes with a 0. So you're going to roll for activation. All right, you are activated. This up 1 is a 6, going to be a squad, which is a 447. You're going to first fire right away with a 4 firepower flat. 6 on the 4 is an NMC. And you are fine. You here. You panic. You're good. I could bypass 1, bypass 2, 3. And I would take a 4 down 1 shot. Let's assault move into the other house for a total of 3 move. I'm not going to bother shooting. I'll wait till the defensive fire phase. You guys here. So 337 is fine. So you're going to assault move. And 126 is panicked. All right. Lieutenant Matthews, let's get some action here. All right, again, he's a 9-1, so that's good. And you can move as well. Now, how do I do this? 1, 2, bypass 3. And then I get shot with this. 1, bypass 2, bypass 3 around the back. 6 into this location. And then I get shot up in the back. One, 2, 5. I guess that's the safest bet. 1, 2, 5. Wait. I do have you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could see that location. And I forgot to pick that up. +1 for night, so no. And the 247 will get it, I guess. Yeah, they can see this hex now because the NVR has changed. So I'm going to have to stay here. So this will be 1, bypass 2, and then 5 into this location. You here are going to fire at that guy because he's adjacent. Nobody else can see. So this guy here. How am I going to use him? I do have IR and I do have white phosphorus. I don't want to use IR yet. It's stone, so it's going to be almost impossible to get a good shot with the mortar there. So I think you just keep it unassembled for now, and you'll just come into this location. You here need to roll, which you make. 1, 2, 3, 4. And in this location, we have a crew who panics. We have a 337 who's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the other crew is fine. All right, so we need Lieutenant Welsh here to make his command die roll. He doesn't. This guy. Yes, the guy below him. No. String die roll. We have a 3-6, so we're good. Bypass for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You here? Panicked. You panicked. Okay. Defensive fire phase. Let's use you. Yeah, so you're going to fire a 4 up 3. So you make your action die roll, which you panicked anyway, so never mind. You guys here. I don't think you're going to have a shot, but you're going to try one. Yeah, clip it. That's right, sniper. You guys here, however, will be able to fire. That's going to be 8 firepower with a +4. 7 on the 8 is an NMC. Winters is pinned. Or no, it's, yeah, Winters. This guy here. Oh, wait, no, wait, that was a 1 check. He's broken. This guy here. Broken. And the broken guy is fine. I did have rate on the medium, so let's do a 4 up 4. And that'll be that. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. All right. Advancing fire phase. Do I have any advancing fire? I don't think I do. So let's go to route. All the fire markers come off because it's night. And we will have to route you guys back to here. And then it is advance phase. So That'll be it. And we're into the German turn 3. Wind change. So gusts are over now. And we have no NVR and no random event. So we can do normal breaks. Looks like American's the only one that are suffering. Winters, come on, buddy. That is not sufficient. On the plus side, you guys are going to have to charge this unit here, so... so let's get rid of the pins, and we'll go into prep fire. Now, you guys are going to fire onto here, assuming you make your action die roll, which you do. That's actually a move command. Four would be a move command. So you guys are going to move. Let's do this properly. We put a move counter on. You guys here, that is a fire command. So you're going to fire 8 up 3. Okay. 5 on the 8 is at 2. And you are broken. You guys here. We have a 4, which again is a move command. Problem is, where would you move? I'll change that. We're going to fire instead. We're going to have 12 firepower up 3. That's a miss. And then we are into this guy here. What's he going to do? Action die roll says fire command. So we do have 4 up 3 or 4 up 2. Let's do a 4 up 2. Either way. And nothing else will be active. So we go to movement phase. First thing is we have to charge. So this berserk unit's going to enter the road. Matthews will have to fire. I can't allow that. So this is going to be 12 firepower with a -3 + 1. So it'll be a net -2 on the 12. 6 on the 12. Should be a 2. 2 check. For the 8-1. Fine. And 4-6-7 is fine. That's a first fire. You'll enter that location. You'll subsequent. I forgot to do command roll. And then you'll final fire. So this is going to be on the 12, -1 non-assault, -1 leader with a net +3, so +1 on the 12. 10 on the 12 is a pinning task check. No joy. This guy's a berserk. They're just going to keep chasing everybody away. That's it for the berserk dudes. Let's move you. See where you're going to go. Now that's a 10. So if we look at our move charts for hold attitude movement, if no friendly in LOS, he goes berserk. No, wait, that's a 10. If 3 good order targets us, assault move with higher TM out of LOS. You guys are going to come back here because you're still going to be able to see this intersection, which means you'll deny it to the Germans. So I think that's a valid tactic. And that's going to be it for the move. American defending fire. I'm not going to bother too far away. This is already done, and you guys are broken. Actually, let's move into this location. Instead of going back, we're going to come forward. I could try to shoot, but I'm not going to, and I've already first fired, final fired those guys. So defending fire, I really don't have a lot. And advancing fire, we're going to do a 6 up 3. Okay. A 5 on the 4 is a 1 check. So Winters is fine. This guy here is a half squad. And this guy is fine. Not looking too good. I gotta say, this first mission is really difficult. Route phase. So again, we are only for the Americans. You guys will route one location back. You guys will route back to there. So there's no close combat. And then we do advance phase. Let's leave the medium with the squad here. We'll put them at that house. You'll come chase these guys off. Everything else is fine. You guys here are pretty well going to be stuck there. And no close combat. American turn 4, getting close to the end. And no results yet. Wind change. We have an NVR change. So this is going to go down to a 4 again. And no interrogation or random event. Now I do need to rally. So this guy needs a 9, down 4 is a 5. And this guy, Winters, needs a 5. All right. You guys are going to be running. Prep fire. 9-1 for Lieutenant Matthews. A few good order leaders. All right, we're going to prep fire. 14 will be 28. So on the 24 column with a +3. It is an option. I mean, I could, rather than attack and piecemeal like I'm doing, that is an option to pull back, regroup, and then around turn 5, 6, do a concentrated effort. That probably would be better. Do that all out of line of sight of the Germans, and that way they don't activate them or they stay where they are because I can't see anything. It's definitely an option. What I need is some good rolls on my side. So it's going to be on the 24 with a +2. Yeah. It's gonna be difficult. All right, with those kind of rolls, let's go to move. And I'll start up here again. So let's do the 3 through 7 with the medium. He can move. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here you'd have to take a strain die roll. It's fine. So that would be 4. Next up, you're going to join them. Again, you need a strain die roll. And then you'll need a strain die roll. So you're good. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're in command, so you're going to come here for 2, 3, 4 move, and you're going to take your bazooka back. You are going to panic and not do shit. You're going to dash from here into P9. And I think you're going to try a snapshot at the dashing unit. So do you panic? You do not. You can easily see. So you're going to be firing half firepower 2, +1 knight, -2. So net 1, -1 on the 2. 5 on the 2 is going to be a NMC, which of course he fails. All right. You panic. What do we do with you? I need to get this canister, but I can't until I clear this out. You're gonna assault move into this location. You here are gonna move into there. You guys. .337 and the crew are all fine. You guys are gonna move into that location. What about you? Will you panic? And the crew is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, Lieutenant Welsh, you're up to bat. Hey, he can move. All right, we need a command die roll from him. String die roll, which he does not. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 using CX. You are in command because of him. Do you stray? You do not. So you'll come 1 hex. You are panicked again. Defending fire. These berserk units here are going to fire 8 firepower up 4. That's nothing. You're going to fire 4 firepower up 4. Assuming you don't panic, which you don't. 8 on the 4 is going to be a miss. And then you are going to fire 8 up 3. 9 is a pinning task check, so they're going to be DM'd. All right. Might be a short scenario. Advancing fire phase. No, no. No, no. All right. Road phase. You'll come back into P1. You'll have to retreat into W8. You'll go fall back to where you were. Not sure why I even moved that, to be honest. And then we do American advance. Let's bring you out here. Let's bring you out here. You're going to come this way. Let's go here. I think I'm going to have to put you into combat. You're going to come here, try and pick that up in the next rally phase. Do I send in both? This would be 8 to 5, would be 3 to 2. If I bring in you, this would be 15 to 5, will be 3 to 1. Yeah, I may as well bring everything. Let's keep the mortars together for now. This guy's going to come here. You're going to come down that location. Everybody here will move 1. You'll be able to advance into the woods from your perch off board. All right, so that is it. Close combat, we do have the 1. We do have ambush, so they're going to be lax +1, berserk +2 with a -1 leader, so that's going to be a net +1. I will be stealthy with a -1, so I'm going to have a -3, -2. So I'm at a -2, and the German will be at a 3, so I have ambush. 15 to 5 is 3 to 1. And I need an 8 with a -2. So I do kill those dudes. All right, and then into turn 4 German rally phase. Wind change. We know wind, no NVR, no random event. Get rid of the pins. Rallies, again, we only have the Americans to worry about, so you need a 5. Heat of battle. Oh, no. Lieutenant Winters just went berserk. He's elite, -1. Broken, +1 cancel. He's berserk. God damn it. Alrighty then, so this guy here needs to make a 8, 9, a 5 or less. And a 6 or less. Now, he just went berserk. Do I count leadership? A normal task check to the berserk leader's modification. So they pass their task check, so it's going to be -1 would be an 8. So you would actually become berserk as well. And you rolled a 9, -1 because of his leadership. You would go berserk as well. So everybody here is berserk. Okay. That comes, no, that stays on because I have to roll first. That stays on, everything is fine. And we can now do pick up the canister. Right, you do, that is a L or I, another bazooka. All right, making some progress. I don't know if it's good or bad. I gotta take a quick break, grab some water, and I'll be right back, guys. See you in a bit. And we're back. I guess I missed the world boss there, Scott. Sorry about that. I'll be out later on. So, talking about Diablo 4, if anybody doesn't know. All right, so we're doing the prep fire phase now. Let's do some action die rolls. Start with you. Uh, 10 is a fire command, so you're going to fire on this guy. Or is the bazooka a bigger threat? Both will be affected by a -1. Let's fire at this guy here. So it'll be a 4 up 1. 9 on the 4 is a miss. And this location here, you guys need a command die roll. 7, a panic would have been nice, but I don't get it. So let's fire 8 flat into that location. 7 on the 8's a 1 check. All right, well, he's gone. And we fired him. You are Panic conscript, you're not, so you're going to fire on this location with 12 firepower. 12 up 3. 10 on the 12's a pinning task check, so Lieutenant Matthews is pinned, 747 pinned, and not pinned. You here are going to be firing. Let's fire 4 up 3. That's a miss. And then you don't panic either. You're going to be firing a 4 up 3. Also a miss. And that's it for the Germans. Move. Nobody's berserk, so nobody has to charge. And defending fire. Let's start with this guy here. All right, he panicked. I was hoping to fire a bazooka into that location. Too far away to bother. What about you? Oh, that's only 1 firepower with a +2. I don't think that's going to be worthwhile. Here, you could still affect your own hex, which means I can still fire. So this guy would be able to fire normally. So that's 14, and that would be halved and then doubled. So 21 on the 20 table. +4, 20 up 4. Cowards, 14 on the 16 is going to be a frickin' miss. So the bottom crew, panic. The middle crew is good, and the top squad is fine as well. So you're going to assemble your mortar. 337 is just going to hang out, not going to do anything. You guys, whoop, wrong one. 10. Your morale is fine, so you're not going to panic, which means I can fire 10, 8 firepower, up 3. 8 on the 8's an NMC, and you're fine. Actually, that's a 1 check. -1 gets rid of night. +2 for the building would put that as 7 would be a 1 check. 6. So it's either way, you're still fine. All right. Let's go to advancing fire, none, and then route phase. You guys are fine. No routing. Advance phase. Do I want to jump in to combat? I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't think it would be a smart move for the Germans to go into, or yeah, for them to go into combat. Yeah, everybody's going to hang out. So, no close combat, and we're into turn 5. Game is almost half over, and I still have not controlled one hex of road yet. Wind change. No wind, almost gust, and no NVR change. So we do rallies, which again is only the Americans. So let's start with this guy here. He needs a 3. But then that's it, I guess. Prep fire, prep fire, prep fire. All right there, Matthews, redeem yourself. All right, he's in command, so we're going to fire. Now I'm thinking of maybe doing spray fire. I could do a 28 would be 14 half. It would be 12 plus 3 into both locations. Let's do that. 12 plus 3 into both locations. All right. What are you going to do? You're going to panic again. The assembled mortar crew is fine. So what are they going to do? You guys are going to come back to this location here. You're going to assault move into that location. You are going to assault move into this location. Oh, what am I doing? I'm still prep firing. Derp. All right, you here need to make your command die roll. You do. Let's fire bazooka. Now that is a base 7. 1 for the trees is 6. Knight brings it down to a 5. 5 to hit with the bazooka. All right, I missed. You're going to move. Everybody else is going to move. All right, let's go to movement phase. We'll do this again. So you're going to come here. You're going to hop into this building. You guys got to charge first. So let's bypass 1. You here. Don't panic. So you're going to be firing 8. Down 1. 2 on the 8 is a KIA. Leader, half squad. Squad. Oh, and that's gone too. Is it me, or is this mission like really hard to do? 3 6s. 3 6s in a row for random selection. I can't win this one either. I'm going to be short a 9-1 and 2 squads when I start my second mission. This is what's dead already. And I get no refit phase between missions. Eight to 8. Now, one. What's the conditions here? Each unbroken unit within 4 hexes. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points. In addition to the 8 they already have. So they're going to be sitting at 22. I need to collect 44 hexes to equal that. And I only get half per road hex. So there's no way I can win this scenario. All I would do is I'd lose more troops. So I'm going to have to do a withdrawal and try and save my resources. So you guys would have had to move after the Berserk fiasco that just happened. So you're not going to do that. You guys are going to move back instead. And I'll start retreating. Three, 4, 5. One, 2. You guys are fine, so you're already off. You're already off. One, bypass 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I rolled a 5. That is not less the turn number, so we still don't have a friendly board edge, by the way. You're CX'd. You're going to come here for 3, and then into there for... No, you can't. You're CX'd. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, defensive fire phase. 7-0 command or action die roll. Panicked if he's second in line, which he's not, so it's going to be an 8 up 3. No effect. This guy here will need a 12 up 3. No effect. You here are going to be doing a 4 up 3, 4 up 3. 7 on the 4 is a pending task check. Matthew 747, 747. 2 snipers. 1, 2. And I did not have rates, so I'm done with that guy. And you fired first fire. You're going to fire a 4 flat. 4 of 1, sorry. So 5 on the 4. American Sniper is a 1 check, which you break. So American sniper, German sniper. All right. Road phase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back 1, 1. I guess you'll have to stay there. Wait, you only low crawl 1 hex. So that's where you're staying. You're staying there. I mean, I could jump on these guys. There's just no way I can win, though, because I need to control 44 hexes, and I get no points for anything else except for controlling hexes. I get no VP or CVP. I only get for the roads, and there's 41 hexes, so that means the max I can get is 20 and a half. And right now they're sitting at 22. So this would serve no purpose. So I'm going to retreat. And yeah, I think we'll just call that a loss in the Freddy column. All right, so these guys all died from KFX. So you guys are actually eliminated directly from the OB. You guys will be retained. I'm assuming these guys would make it off eventually. They probably would not, but it's already going to be a wipe anyways. Whether or not even continue the mission is questionable. All right, so that was a shit amount of dice rolling. I'm down 2 squads. One crew and a Baz. And of course, Winters is dead. Winters never survived. And I lost a bazooka on the field as well. So, lessons learned. What could I have done differently? Like you mentioned, Dave, I probably should have consolidated and then gained concealment and then done the advance rather than just throw them in piecemeal. Landing on top of the little village didn't help, but I probably could have mitigated that by falling back, assembling, and then attacking. I had no leader up here because I only have 3 leaders and I have 4 wings, so 1 wing had to go without. And that means every squad has to roll independent command check. Yeah, it's a very difficult one. So that's 2 fails in a row. I'm not even a game end. Yeah, there's just no way. There's no way I could pull it off. If I would get CVP, maybe, but I could control all 41 hexes and I still will not have enough to win. So this is going to be a loss, which of course sucks. Big ol' Freddy there. All right, so losses. What did we lose? We lost 2 747s. We lost Winters. And 2 bazookas. Oh wait, those are losses. 2 2 times 747, 1 times 126, 91, 2 times 44. So I have 7, 5, 3, and I get none of this. So casualty VP, the friendly or enemy has 8. Friendly's got a big fat Freddy. And it is a friendly victory. Thank you guys very much for enduring this troublesome scenario. I'm going to have to give it another whirl, see if I can change the factors. Again, lessons learned. I should consolidate my scattered forces before I actually enter the battle. Going in piecemeal, even against second line 447s, is not the best. Oh wait, I lost one of those, so that's not mine anymore. Yeah. Yeah, again, thank you guys very much for coming out on Saturday. I was hoping to do this longer, but the scenario is what it is. And we'll see what goes on. Maybe I'll do this again tomorrow. We'll see. I know some of you guys voted for Sundays, not Saturdays. I can understand why. And I want to get out more content because I've kind of been slacking. So we'll see how tomorrow pans out. All right, you guys have a great day.